Hello, friends. Once again, welcome back to bisptrainings.com. This is my second video in creating financial report using R series. In our previous video, we have already extracted data from the database and stored in .csv format. So in this report as well, I'm going to use the same data. And first of all, let's have a look at the data, how the data looks like. That's the data, and which contains the records and columns like scenario, year, period, and product, customer, cash flow, amount, and so on. So what exactly my requirement for this report is that I would like to prepare a bar chart along with a line chart which represents the net sales versus net profit in different regions. So as you can see here, we have got regions as well as we have financial elements. We have net profit, net sales, and profit margin, and we have 5 different regions in this data like England, Italy, Stamford, Ireland. So we are going to use the same data, and we would like to represent it in the form of a bar chart along with the line chart. So the calculation we are going to perform on this amount column. This amount, basically we can call it as an expenditure as well. So let's see how to prepare the similar kind of chart, or how to create a report, similar kind of report through R programming. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start my R Studio. I launch my R Studio and close this, and I'm going to create a new script editor. As I told you in previous video as well, the best thing is to use the script, the R script, to write the codes so that you can save your script as well for future purpose, future use. So first of all, I include the library XLSX because we are going to read the data. So I just select it and run it. It will load the required packages. Then I load the data in a variable read.csv and read the data from financial data.csv. The data will be loaded. We can have a look for the data as well. So that's the data which contains a number of records and the columns. We can clear this console as well if it's required. Whenever it is required, we can clear it. Now my next thing is I would like to apply a aggregation based on region wise as well as on financial data wise. So I create one aggregate data element and apply aggregate function, and here data1 dollar, I want to apply aggregation on amount by is equal to list region. This will be the provide a column name data1 dollar region, comma financial. For finance 1 I write fin1 equal to data1 dollar financial elements. So this will apply the grouping or aggregate based on the region as well as financial elements, and I would like to create I would like to apply the sum for that. So the data has stored. So we can have a look for the data. First of all, agg data, and when I execute it, you can see the calculations have been done. So for England, so the total net profit is this. For Italy, total net profits, total net profit for Stamford, for net profit for Sunnyvale, for Orlando, then net sales for England, and so on. So as you can see here, we have got 3 financial elements. The aggregation will be done based on all the 3 financial elements as well as region. But in this chart, I just wanted to use the net sales and net profit. So I'm not going to extract the net, profit margin. So I write net profit, or let's say net profit, and for that we use here subset, and from we want to pull the data from AGG data. So subset AGG data dot FINA1. FINA1 is the column name. So you can see we have this column name FINA1, and it will FINA1 equal net profit. And let's see if I print net profit, so we can see the data which displays only net profit. In similar way, I want to extract for net sales as well. So for here I write net sales, and this should be net sales, and when I run it, we have got net sales. You can see we have got net profit and net sales in two different data sets. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to place the net profit and net sales. So as you can see here in this graph, my net profit, my net sales, I have been placed in bar graph in the form of bar, and net profit I have represent in the form of line. So for that, first of all, I create one is equal to, so this is to create basically a chart and bar. So I run it, and then I create one more data variable, x bar plot. So net sales, the variable which we have created, and from net sales we want to use this x column which contains the numeric values. So $x divided by 1000, because they are too big, so I just wanted to make them small, so I divide them 1000, and axis is equal to, I don't want to set any axis for the same, false. Main is equal to net sales versus net profit, and also I want to set the limit as well. So I write here y limit is equal to C 0, 500, and so let me execute this from this. So you can see the bar has been placed. So basically it contains the net sales. Next, I want to apply color as well. So here I use a variable here, comma, and I write color is equal to rainbow 10, and when we run it, we can see the bars in different colors. Next thing, I create here one more element, ATS C, and it will create a sequence from 0 to 500, comma 50, comma 500. So this will create a new sequence, ATS. This should be C, not S. My God. Right? Then I'll set par new is equal to true. So it will, we are passing a new parameter into this chart. I want to pass a new parameter into the same bar plot. Then I use here plot to plot a line. So X is set to X minus 100, comma, Y is equal to net profit $X, comma, type is equal to B, and when I run it, you can see it has been placed. So the values are placed, but the X's are not that good. X's are too large. So first of all, I set axis is equal to false, and now when I execute it, and also the I want to mark it in red color, so I use here color is equal to red. It will display in red. So don't worry about that. When we execute them together, we'll get the chart. But now you can see there are no axis. There is no x-axis and no y-axis, and also these are coming. So I'll set here x label is equal to blank and y label is equal to blank. In similar way, here as well, I set x label and y label set to false. So I write here x label is equal to blank and y label is equal to blank, and we'll be going to set the labels later on. So when I run it again, we have got the chart without any x label and y label. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to place the labels. So to add the labels, I write axis and 2. Okay, before adding the axis on the y-axis, I want to add the labels on the x-axis. So I pass here axis 1, comma, at is equal to x, comma, labels is equal to net sales dollar region, and the positions equal to 0. And if I run it again, we can see we have got the. So I change this position. I just add this axis before. I just add this axis before adding this plot, and here I'm going to add a new axis for y. So I write axis and 2 comma at is equal to c pretty net profit $x, comma, and because I don't know what's the range for y-axis, so I write here the maximum, it should be net profit. So whatever is the maximum for net profit x, it will provide the access to that, and comma slash is equal to. And now when we execute, so when I run it, you can see the chart is prepared along with the x-axis, labels on x-axis and labels on y-axis as well. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add the labels on. I want to add a label on x-axis as well as on y-axis. So here on axis I give x label is equal to region, and on y label I give amount in millions. And now when we execute them again, when we run them again, we have on x-axis. Now as you can see here, if I zoom it, even it's very difficult to read this because the values are coming, the values are overlapping each other. So what we can do is we can change the x-axis, or we can change the axis, or instead of setting this value points here, we can set them on another side so that we can see the labels. The label can be visible easily. So instead of number 2, I set this to number 4 axis, and you can see it has been changed. The position has been changed, and now the bar along with the line chart has been placed successfully, and you can see we are getting the proper labels as well. Now my next target is I want to add a box just around this. So I simple write here box, and now if I run it again, the whole code, you can see the box has been placed, and when I zoom it, you can see a proper box is coming along with the axis. So these are the values on axis, and as well as we have this. In similar way, if you want to add data points, so we can add the data points as we have placed in our previous chart as well. In similar way, we can add the data points on these on net profit as well. So that's how we can prepare a net sales versus net profit chart in R programming based on the data extracted from the data set. That's all in this video. If you have any queries, you can get back to us on www.bisptrainings.com. You can subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos on R programming, R data visualization. Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye.